Right now, the snow continues to fall. Your first warned forecast and updated road conditions for the morning commute straight ahead.
And how detectives say they were able to track down a suspect in the homicide investigation of a jogger in Bluemount.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. The snow has been causing havoc on the roads for almost the entire day.
Now, there have been several reports of crashes out there. And about 15 minutes ago, all the northbound lanes of I-90, as of just the last 15 minutes, have been reopened. They've been closed for hours since 6:45 tonight for a multi-vehicle crash that happened there along the interstate at Highway 14 in Janesville. Traffic had to be rerouted while crews cleared that scene.
Once again tonight, we have team coverage of this storm. Madeline O'Neill is along Verona Road, and Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is in the Weather Center. Let's go right to Gary with the latest forecast.
Well, things are starting to wind down areas south of Madison. North of Madison still continues to snow. Let's take a look at Doppler track and you see exactly what I mean. We're starting to see some drier air start to work in from northern Illinois and eastern Iowa. There's actually a little band of rain showers that went through Janesville and now is pushing toward Milwaukee. But the snow is starting to lift to the north, so that's the good news. Things will start winding down over the next couple of hours. Visibilities right now still down to a half mile or less in some places near the Illinois state line, but a lot of that is in the form of fog because of the melting snow. Whereas areas to the north, that's pretty much snow that's keeping visibilities in the 1 to 2 mile range. Temperatures right now are at or slightly above freezing for Madison southward. In fact, Madison's at 33, Janesville 34, Platteville 33, but north of Madison, those temperatures are below freezing. That's where the snow continues to fall. Regardless, there's still slushy snow out there. The National Weather Service keeping a winter weather advisory until midnight for just about all of southern Wisconsin. As the snow ends tonight, look for skies to turn partly to mostly sunny tomorrow. Temperatures a little colder, high at 28 degrees on breezy northwesterly winds. Hopefully you'll move that snow out of the way because it'll turn cold over the next couple of days. That slushy snow will freeze. I'll have more details on how cold it'll get in a few minutes.
Okay, Gary, thank you. And this is a live road conditions map on Wisconsin's 511 website. The pink coloring represents slippery stretches, which cover pretty much the entire viewing area. In Madison, the city says 34 plows will be out on the roads until that storm comes to an end.
They say only a couple are focusing on those side streets, so those may take some time to clear. Our Madeline O'Neill is live off the Beltline now in Verona Road with what you can expect for your morning commute.
Well, with this relatively warm weather winter storm, we could have had snow or rain. As you can see here in Madison, we've just had snow. It's still going, but it has started to taper off even in the past hour or so. And that wet snow we've had has really led to these slippery, slushy conditions we've dealt with all day. It is expected to stop within the next few hours, but you'll still want to plan ahead for your commute tomorrow.
People underestimate how quickly your car can slide out of control.
Catherine Kleckner knows. She and her dog have been watching close calls all day.
That's when it gets scary.
You hear this a lot.
When it's icy, definitely slow down.
Sometimes it helps to see the message, too.
I have a sign here that says, when icy, slow down.
2 cars crashed in Kleckner's yard earlier this winter.
Both of the drivers were fine, just the damage went to the cars and to my little lilac bush. It'll recover.
It isn't just Old Middleton Road where cars are slipping and sliding.
One thing with this particular storm, because it is a little warmer than what your typical winter storms are, a lot of the snow's melting when it hits the roads. So we're seeing more of a sloppy or slushy roadways out there.
Since the snow began, the city has had 32 plow trucks on the roads applying salt where needed on main thoroughfares. 2 more trucks are laying down sand on certain hills, curves, and intersections.
Don't tailgate or get too close. Give yourself plenty of time to stop.
Once the storm stops around midnight, about 150 pieces of equipment will go out to plow all city streets. That work will slide into Tuesday morning, when commuters should still plan for extra driving time.
Just in case it is a little snowier than what you expect. That way you're not running late or feel like you have to rush. And that's where you run into problems.
Kleckner says in her part of town, so far, so good.
So far, no one has crashed. They've all recovered from the slips and slides.
The city is not declaring a snow emergency here in Madison tonight, but they do ask that you park your car off of the streets. That helps with that overnight plowing. Now, again, that starts at about midnight. Hopefully, when the snow is over, that takes about 12 to 16 hours total, so you might run into some plows tomorrow morning. If you see them, the city asks you give them some space to do their thing. For Arlen and Eric.
Let them do their job. Madeline O'Neill reporting live off the Beltline tonight. Maddie, thank you.
And as the snow tapers off tonight, be sure to stay ready for the next weather system with our free Channel 3000 First Warn traffic and weather app.
We are learning more about what led detectives to arrest Riley Berg for the murder of Nicholas Day, who was shot and his neck slashed while on a run in Blue Mounds last month. Today, the 21-year-old Berg made his initial appearance in court. His bond was set at $1 million. The criminal complaint says detectives were able to narrow down suspects by using surveillance video at Tyrol Basin, nearby shops and gas stations.
This is an extremely violent crime where the victim was first shot at from a distance and then his throat was slit. We have DNA evidence of the victim in the defendant's vehicle, and to our knowledge, there is no connection between the victim and the defendant at this time outside of this crime.
Day's blood was found on the steering wheel, near the gear shift, and on the seatbelt in his car. Berg's father told detectives he has been diagnosed with schizophrenia and is medicated, and that he hunts every day, has access to multiple firearms and a knife. A man is in custody in Memphis, Tennessee on accusations that he is connected to the death of a mother and her 2 daughters in Milwaukee. 25-year-old Arzell Ivory was arrested on Saturday. During a court appearance today, Ivory waived extradition. His girlfriend and her 2 young children, one of them his own daughter, were found dead in a garage this weekend. A team from Milwaukee will get him in Memphis sometime in the next day or 2.
The man convicted of drunk driving and crashing into the Beaver Dam Middle School spent 2 years and 8 months in prison. Back in August, police say 22-year-old Roy Cortez drove into the Beaver Dam school, causing it to briefly catch fire. The Dodge County District Attorney's Office says that the damages to the school are estimated to be over $2 million. Police in Milwaukee are still searching for a missing UW-Milwaukee student who hasn't been seen since early Friday morning. That missing young man, Sean Bake, is a freshman from McFarland. And during a press conference today, UWM police say Sean and another student were using LSD when the other student started having a bad reaction to it. Sean ran outside. At about the same time, an eyewitness saw a person running toward the riverbank nearby.
Sean sent a text to a family member at 1:20 a.m. stating, "I love you guys. I'm so sorry." The UWM police previously did not share the information regarding the reported drug use because it did not want Sean or anyone with relevant information to fear getting in trouble and thus not come forward.
At the time of his disappearance, Sean was wearing a Milwaukee Bucks cap, a maroon, white, and dark-colored shirt, white shoes. They also say he has type 1 diabetes and is insulin dependent and needs medication regularly.
A group of parents has filed a lawsuit asking a judge to declare the Madison School District's transgender policy unconstitutional. It allows children to change their names according to their sex they identify with without informing parents or changing the children's names in school records. The conservative law firm Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty filed the lawsuit on the parents' behalf in Dane County Court. They allege the policy violates the state constitution's due process clause and religious freedom guarantees. New tonight, the world's richest man is putting a big chunk of his money behind the fight against climate change. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos says he will donate $10 billion of his own money for the cause. He says the money will go through an initiative called Bezos Earth Fund. It will support scientists and organizations working to mitigate the impact of climate change. In his statement, Bezos called climate issues the biggest threat to our planet. The iconic Plymouth Rock was vandalized today in Massachusetts, along with other landmarks in the city. The rock is inscribed with the year 1620 to mark the year William Bradford and other pilgrims first set foot on American land, but today was found to be covered with red graffiti. Vandals also spray painted the Pilgrim Maiden statue and the national monument to the forefathers.
The State Department of Health Services says there is another potential case of coronavirus being tested here in Wisconsin. According to its website, this is the only pending case now. So far, there have been a total of 16 people tested. 14 have been negative, 1 positive, and now this 1 additional pending case. Riddell Sports Group will be closing its entire College Town facility in Sun Prairie later this year. It's according to the State State Department of Workforce Development, 109 workers will be affected. Starting April 10th, the South Central Workforce Development Board will offer rapid response services to the company and those workers affected. Home decor retailer Pier 1 is going bust. The company filed for bankruptcy today after racking up $59 million in losses. Pier 1 says it's cut a deal with lenders to get $250 million in financing, and now the company is focusing on looking for a buyer. Pier 1 had already been in the process of closing hundreds of stores, but it still has about 500 locations up and running.
New tonight at 10, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, along with other local lawmakers and community leaders, are all pledging support to share resources to encourage participation in the upcoming 2020 U.S. Census. The group says it is crucial to make sure the count is accurate, as the tallied numbers influence funding and services for individual cities and counties for the next 10 years. They are also pushing for more census helpers. The Census Bureau says they have only about 40% of the workers they need in Dane County. The Madison Night Market has released its tentative 2020 schedule. As of now, the markets will be held in May, June, August, and September. The final approval is expected next week from the city. The market is also looking to expand onto State Street. They say attendance has skyrocketed and they need more space. Organizers say it would also allow for more art, music, and of course, shopping. Still ahead tonight at 10, we have a preview of tomorrow's state primary election. Hear from all 3 of the candidates on the only statewide ballot.
Plus, an ice rescue on Lake Michigan captured on camera. The story when we come back.
So my son says to me, Mom, did you switch your Medicare plan yet? And I say, yes, Robert. Dad and I signed up for a Medicare Advantage plan through Senior Preferred. And he says, Senior Preferred? And I say, yes, Senior Preferred. They give us access to the doctors we want and the drug benefits we need. And he says, that's nice. So how is Dad doing? And I say, your father is fine. My living room, on the other hand.
Senior Preferred. Medicare Advantage plans built for you.
I love to equal the playing field. I love to help people and allow them to feel like they are powerful instead of powerless. We're with our clients every step of the way.
Gingras, Thompson and Walks.
Here's to the hardest working people in America, the ones whose work is never done, the ones who don't settle for good enough. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we stand behind you with genuine value on quality tools and supplies, like $50 in instant savings on this DeWalt battery pack. This 10-piece Milwaukee screwdriver set is just $19.99, and all GE light bulbs are 15% off.
The hardest working people in America find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
For the ones we love. People are amazing. We're here to help keep them that way. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Wicked, the untold true story of the Witches of Oz, flies back to Overture Center March 11th through the 29th only. Visit overture.org to get Wicked.
It's incredible. It's award-winning. It's the new Ram 1500 at Don Miller. With the President's Day event on now, there's great selection. The new Ram 1500, it's Green Car Journal's 2019 and 2020 Green Truck of the Year. Lease a new 2020 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4x4 for only $279 a month plus taxes and fees, 39 months, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing. See salesperson for details. The President's Day event on now at Don Miller, your Madison Truck headquarters.
Don Miller.
Hi, folks. Sandy's got her eye on another blast of dangerous cold before things warm up in a big way by the end of the week.
And it is primary election day. We'll be live telling you whether you can expect long lines at the polls when we see you starting at 4:30.
We'll see you then.
Welcome back. Tomorrow is primary election day in Wisconsin, and the only statewide race is for Supreme Court.
The voters will decide which two candidates will advance in a race that will help dictate the law in Wisconsin for the next 10 years. Tomorrow is the primary, so the first round will narrow those 3 to 2. And we have current Justice Daniel Kelly, who was appointed in 2016 to fill out the rest of Justice David Prosser's term. Dane County Circuit Judge Jill Karofsky, along with 27-year constitutional law professor Ed Falone. This is supposed to be a nonpartisan race, though Kelly has drawn support from conservatives and conservative groups, Karofsky and Falone from left-leaning people and groups. Here's what they had to say about the partisanship of the race.
This is all about being faithful to the constitutional text, as it's written. Not as we might wish it to be written, but as the people of Wisconsin have actually adopted and maintained it over all of these years.
What I have done is I have talked about my values, and I have been very open and honest about what my values are. But in my courtroom, I follow the rule of law, and I can give you many, many examples of when I have ruled against my personal or political interest.
I'm the only candidate who is keeping politics out of this and stressing affirmatively my qualifications as a law professor, experienced lawyer, and the way I can bring consensus to the court.
So outside of the Supreme Court race, there are a handful of other races tomorrow, including Edgerton and Middleton mayoral races, Fitchburg City Council, Madison School Board, and a referendum in the River Ridge School District in Grant County, along with many more. And some things to keep in mind before tomorrow. If you need to register to vote, you can't do it online anymore for tomorrow, but you still can register in person at your polling place. You just need to bring a document with your full name and current address as proof of residency. Also remember, voter ID laws are now in place, so whether you need to register or not, you will need to bring that ID to cast a ballot. Polls open at 7 a.m. They close at 8 p.m.
An amazing rescue was captured on video in the heart of downtown Chicago. A man was walking along Lakeshore Drive when he fell into the icy waters of Lake Michigan. This happened on Saturday morning when the temperature was in the teens, but the wind chill made it feel in the single digits. A nearby jogger saw him fall in and tried to flag down some cars for help. After no one stopped, he jumps the barrier and goes for help himself. Well, moments later, as the man struggled in the freezing water, 2 Chicago SWAT officers arrived on scene and were able to pull him to safety.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has been tracking snow that seemed to start when we woke up, and it was just going and going all day long.
These are the storms that just give meteorologists fits. I mean, it just, you know, you expect it to stop at some point, or to mix or switch with rain, you know, with temperatures very close to freezing. And it's just cold, just barely cold enough for snow. And so the snow piled up very quickly. In fact, here are some of the latest snowfall accumulations here at the station. I've just measured 5.8 inches, and it's still snowing lightly here. Dodgeville, 5.2 inches, 4.5 in Watertown. Officially, the Dane County Regional Airport had 4.1 inches. That's as of 6 p.m. They only take the observations every 6 hours, the official observation, so we should have a new total at midnight. White Creek, that's in Adams County, 4 inches. Burton and Grant County, 3.5 inches. Some other totals include 6.1 inches in Beaver Dam, 5.5 in Brooklyn, right on the Dane-Greene County line. Edgerton, 5.4. Verona, a little over 5. Janesville, right at 5, and 4.5 in Columbus. A little hard to measure sometimes because the snow has been compacting. It's that sticky, wet snow that just not only is hard to measure, but also very hard to shovel as well. We have an alert day in the forecast for the rest of tonight for the snow, the freezing rain, mainly north of Madison to the south. Rain even mixing in with the snow at times. Any additional accumulations will be mainly north of Madison, but total snowfall will end up in the 3 to 6 inch range. National Weather Service keeping the winter weather advisory until midnight for all of southern Wisconsin. You can see the southern edge of the snow gradually starting to lift northward with time, but it's been a slow process. And farther to the south, it's been warm enough for at least some rain to mix in with the snow, especially south of Dane County. But now that dry slot's starting to work its way in, although some fog is forming there, because with temperatures still at or slightly above freezing, it's melting a little bit of that snow that's on the ground, so that just adds moisture to the air. So we're seeing fog reducing visibilities down to about 1/4 to a half mile from Platteville over toward Monroe and Janesville, about 1.25 miles. To the north of Madison, these are mainly visibility reductions because of snow. That means the snow is coming down fairly lightly. When you see visibilities above a mile, it's not really accumulating too much. Temperatures for Madison southward, a little above freezing. North of Madison, at or slightly below freezing. That's where the snow will continue until it winds down. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. The snow and mix will be ending tonight. It'll turn colder tomorrow, breezy as well. Temperatures will drop into the upper 20s. So that slushy snow, if you haven't cleared it off your driveway or sidewalk, it's going to start to freeze, especially tomorrow night into Wednesday and Thursday when very cold temperatures are in the forecast. In fact, we have alert days for Wednesday and Thursday. Morning low by Wednesday morning down to about 4 degrees above zero with a high of 18 and wind chills in the morning down to 10 below zero. We should be below zero for the actual low temperature Thursday morning with wind chills to 15 below and highs staying in the teens on Thursday as well. But look what happens after that. Friday, winds start to pick up out of the south. Temperatures jump up to 30. We're in the 40s for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But another storm system in the middle part of next week bears some watching. Right now, it looks like rain that will change over to snow. The 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center shows a pretty powerful storm moving through, and then temperatures turning much colder over much of the country beginning as we end the February and go into March. And notice the above normal precipitation. So again, some of that could be in the form of accumulating snow toward the end of next week. Winter weather advisory in effect until midnight tonight. Look for the snow to gradually come to an end overnight. Low temperature dropping to 23 by morning. And then for tomorrow, we'll turn partly sunny, breezy, and colder with a high temperature of 28 degrees. On future track, the back edge of the snow lifting to the north and east, and by morning it's gone. Tomorrow we're back to sunshine, but highs only in the upper 20s. Then as we clear out tomorrow night, those temperatures drop into the single digits. Wind chills drop to about 10 below zero. Highs only in the upper teens for Wednesday. 7 to 10-day forecast. Again, that quick warm-up as we head into the weekend. A few mild days with temperatures in the 40s Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Rain late Tuesday, mixing with it changes to snow on Wednesday, and then perhaps some flurries lingering into Thursday, but that all depends on the evolution of that storm toward the middle of next week. In the meantime, we'll have to dig out, bundle up, and then we'll warm up.
We just needed to catch our breath at this point.
Been a long day in the weather office.
Yes, I'm sure. Thank you.
Sure.
Well, this will warm you up a bit. The Brewers enjoying some much warmer weather, and the team adding to its roster today. The story next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Tom, people are loving this place.
They sure are, Jerry. Let's go see who Tina's chatting with now.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we have some beautiful ladies joining us. What are you up to tonight, girls?
Girls' night. We're getting some drinks. I want to win that car.
Sounds great. Are you feeling lucky? What's your favorite slot machine? Up to you guys.
Looks like those ladies are on a mission.
Oh, it's about to go down.
Gaming Madison.
He's thinking recliner. You're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. 25% off unadvertised items and sale items marked down even more. This sofa for just $398. This bed just $298 with base. This Sealy Posturepedic pillow top mattress for only $394. That's over $800 off. And did you know you get free shipping with no minimum? And most items can be in your home in a week. Hurry, the President's Sale ends soon at Slumberland Furniture.
Auto Show concept cars are great, especially when affordability is part of the concept. Announcing Auto Show savings time at your local Ford dealer. Now get great deals on Explorer, Escape, Fusion, F-150, and more. Every Ford is proudly built with tomorrow's technology today, all with huge savings. Now that's a great concept.
During Auto Show savings time, choose Explorer with FlexBuy and get 0 for 66 financing plus $4,500 when you finance through Ford Credit.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. And now with 25% off, it's time to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
Who has my charger? My Hy-Vee grocery cart's about to die.
Will you take our picture with my Hy-Vee grocery cart?
Absolutely. Hey, is that the latest Hy-Vee grocery cart?
Yeah.
Please put your Hy-Vee grocery carts in airplane mode for takeoff.
Sir, you left your Hy-Vee grocery carts on the table. Oh, thank you.
Download the all-new Hy-Vee shopping app. It's the fresh way to shop fresh.
Please be courteous and silence your Hy-Vee grocery carts.
Hey, movie starting. Yeah. I'm almost done with my grocery shopping.
At Papa Murphy's, $10 Tuesday is about to be your new favorite day of the week. Every Tuesday, get any large pizza or build your own with up to 5 toppings for just $10. Tuesdays will never be the same. We make it, you make it. Papa Murphy's.
When I went to Aspen Dental, they asked me, what's wrong? I go, I had rotting teeth in my mouth. My fiance hadn't seen me smile in 10 years. I have a child on the way here in the next 5 months. I would like to be able to smile in his first picture when he's born. They said, we can do that. If I would have known that I was going to be 50 times happier with dentures, I would have fixed it before.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes, dentures start at $3.99 per arch. And yes to a 90-day denture money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Book at aspendental.com or call today.
One big thing over the weekend, winning a Big Ten game on the road, something they hadn't done since January 11th. So besides the fact that Nebraska isn't very good and not going to be one of the many Big Ten teams that makes it to NCAA tournament, head coach Greg Gard had a little bit of advice for his team before the game on how to conquer those road game woes.
17,000 or whatever in there, all dressed in red, they're cheering for us. But the thing is, they can't defend, they can't rebound. What I was trying to get point across was, it's not the venue that determines our success. It's not the location. It's how we play. And so let's go play how our potential indicates we can play. And it won't matter, you know, those fans aren't coming on to rebound or defend or take any shots. It's about what we do within in those lines.
The Brewers making moves as spring training gets underway in Arizona. The crew has agreed to a deal with a former Red Sox player, utility man Brock Holt. Now, Holt spent 7 years in Boston being a versatile four-position player, coming off of a season where he had a .297 batting average. The 31-year-old has dealt with some injuries, though, a concussion and a scratched cornea. Meanwhile, the rest of the team getting back into game mode, and for Lorenzo Cain, that means eliminating some cake and cookies from his diet.
It's really tough, you know, because like you want to eat good food, you know what I mean, and you know you want to eat stuff that you like and you enjoy. But like I said, as you get older, you gotta realize that you can't eat like that all the time. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting to a point where I'm still getting used to it.
I feel you, Locaine. I really feel you. The Packers naming the newest member of their Fan Hall of Fame today at Lambeau. This year, the winner comes from a little bit south of here. Carrie Bernier is from Dyersburg, Tennessee. She was one of 10 finalists from 6 different states around the country, and as part of becoming a member of this elite group, she got tickets to home and away games, and the best honor of all, in her opinion, her name will be permanently displayed in the Packers Hall of Fame.
Just to feel part of this and be at Lambeau, yes, we do receive those items, but to have my name here, priceless.
And Daytona 500 on a Monday. Last lap here, Ryan Newman and Ryan Blaney both passing Denny Hamlin, and Newman trying to block Blaney, loses control, hits the wall, and flips. Part of his car burst into flames. He was taken out of it by rescue crews and taken to Halifax Medical Center in Daytona. Denny Hamlin won the race for the 3rd time, but all the attention and eyes in NASCAR on Newman tonight. He was last reported to be in a serious but not life-threatening condition, thankfully. We'll be right back.
Hamlin and Blaney as far as who crossed the finish line first.
Saving money on everything at Menards. Now is a great time to update your cabinets with new cabinet pulls. These 3-inch bar pulls from Hickory Hardware will suit any contemporary style. On sale for just $2 for $150. Get a $15 rebate on all Pfister faucets. This Jovi pull-down kitchen faucet comes in a stainless steel finish and is only $184 after rebate. Find amazing deals right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopco Optical, your eyes are everything to us too. Which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see.
When you're sick, so sick your heart hurts.
And your mind races.
When you think that you might have cancer, and then they tell you,
you have cancer. And you just want somebody to say,
it's going to be okay.
This is where we treat cancers that were once thought untreatable, where success is measured in lives saved and dreams fulfilled. UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
You know who really loves fresh food?
amateur chefs, stay-at-home parents, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondue-ers, and flambeers, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Pick and Save, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
Auto Show concept cars are great, especially when affordability is part of the concept. Announcing Auto Show savings time at your local Ford dealer. Now get great deals on Explorer, Escape, Fusion, F-150, and more. Every Ford is proudly built with tomorrow's technology today, all with huge savings. Now that's a great concept. Now get 0 for 72 financing on a Ford F-150 or lease one for just $239 a month during Auto Show time at your local Ford dealer.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by the Wisconsin Lottery, reminding you to please play responsibly.
Gary's here with the final check.
Well, things are winding. I just checked out the back door. The snow has stopped here at the station, but we are getting some drizzle and some fog. So north of Madison, that's snow. South of Madison, the snow has either quit or just changed to some drizzle. Those visibilities down toward Monroe and Janesville and Platteville, that's mainly fog and drizzle, but temperatures there are just slightly above freezing. So it's not freezing on the roads yet, but keep in mind that if it drops below freezing, we could still get some slippery roads. Winter weather advisory in effect until midnight tonight.
All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Have a great night and do something good. We'll see you tomorrow.